Good afternoon. Today I have a partial face of makeup already on to start this video. I have a lot of colorful products. I'm going to do like a full orange look today. It just kind of hit me yesterday that I was like, yes, I wanted to use this Milani blush. And I've not done a look that really goes with this yet. I've not even like swatched this yet. It's like brand new. And so last night I was like, okay, tomorrow I'm doing an orange look using that Milani blush. That's what we're going to do. So I went ahead and put on my base makeup, foundation, concealer. I actually also have on contour and bronzer already. Those aren't new. And I was getting ready to prime my eyes and realized, whoop, I better go ahead and start the video because I wanted to put this on camera and try out that eyeshadow primer with my BH Orange Sorbet palette that I've used maybe once. I mean, I don't even know if I used this. How bad is that? But I pulled this out and a couple other palettes to kind of get an orange look going. And then I even pulled out some of my little eye sticker things. Lots of, you know, reds and oranges on this one. So I thought this would be cute to try out. Not used any of these. And to round out the newness, I actually had a new lip product. The Superstay Ink Crayon in Laugh Louder that I may have worn once, but if I did, I don't remember it. You know what I mean? Like, I may have put it on, but I don't remember what I thought of this. So this is also a new, like, orangey product. So I thought I would throw all of that together in one video and kind of go from there. I even pulled out from my little bin my Fenty highlighter in Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. I don't know if I'll be able to actually use these as, like, highlighter, but that orange shade definitely, I was like, let's pull this out and see what we can do with that and make it work. So we're going to start with the blush and eyeshadow primer and just finish up this face. Let's get to it. Let's go ahead and get started with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. And I actually picked this up in a mini size. I've heard people talk about this and they said get the mini, you're never going to run out of this ever. So that is what I did. And this just says water-resistant eye primer in a light-colored base that creates the perfect canvas for matte and shimmer shadows and pressed pigments. There aren't really any instructions on this, but I am going to use a very small amount of this. And I mentioned the other day when I used my Juvia's Place and applied way too much that there were probably instructions that I hadn't read, and there were. And it did say, shake well before use, apply a thin layer to clean eyelids for a smooth glide, then add your choice of eyeshadow on top. So yeah, I should have read the instructions. So I'm going to use the instructions for that for this, and I'm going to use a very, 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 very minimal amount. I feel like what I heard, you know, as a consensus for this, I wonder if you're supposed to shake this one. Yeah, this one actually sounds pretty liquidy too. You can hear it sloshing around the tube. Okay, let's go ahead and apply this to our eyes. And I feel like one of the things I had heard about this was it was too pigmented. And people did not love that. Again, that still may be too much. I mean, this does feel more liquidy than the other one just coming out of the tube. Well, that blended out nicely. And I definitely applied less of this than I did of the Juvia's, so. Okay. They look very, very similar, the Juvia's Place and the ABH. I'm not going to, you know, make a judgment on either one because I used so little of this and the Juvia's I used so much. You know, it just was not even close to being comparable. But when I went to pick this up from Ulta, the girl at the register told me that the ABH is her absolute favorite. Holy grail, amazing, amazing, amazing. So I've now heard really good about Juvia's and I've now heard really good about ABH. So that gives me hope that I will love both of these, and that is very exciting. We're going to go ahead and let that dry and get ready for our eyeshadow. And we're going to move into the Milani blush, actually in Your Peach. This is the Cheek Kiss Cream Blush. I really like the cherry one of this, so I have no reason to think I won't like that. I won't like it, and I now have just gone way too far with this. So let's see. Oh, very peachy. It is applying just like the cherry blush. This is very, very pretty. I am really impressed with these Milani cream blushes. Just like with the Profusion. And I don't know if it's because I know how to apply them now or what the case is, but I have never enjoyed cream products. I mean, highlighters, blushes, contours, and these two products have absolutely changed my mind. So now I really like these Milani ones and the Profusion ones. The way you apply them, I think, is a big thing for me with cream products. Like the e.l.f. little potted cream products. Those don't really appeal to me. I think it would be too small to fit like my brush in, and then I wouldn't use it. Because I don't like to dip my finger in or, you know, apply it that way. I just don't. So dipping my brush into this or having the just cheek applicator with the other ones, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go crazy and start buying all cream products or anything like that. That's not what I'm going to do. But I might also like to find some kind of, you know, cream bronzer just to try. I've heard the ColourPop one is good, but I don't necessarily love ordering from the ColourPop website. Do they sell that at Ulta? Okay, I'm actually going to pull out my Fenty Beauty highlighter and see what we can work with this guy. I feel like I'm going to use this more as like a blush topper. Yeah, that like dried. It's not sticky or anything. It feels a little, I think you could tell it was a cream, but it's not sticky. So I'm going to pull a little bit of this onto this brush. I'm going to dust it on my hand first, actually. I know that sounds weird, but you can see it right there, like the orangey. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take the same brush, this highlighter brush. I know it's not going to be a highlighter, but I kind of just want to use it as a lightly as a blush topper without looking too orangey. I said you can see exactly where I put it. That's alright. I'm going to grab a fluffy brush and use it like a blush. But like gently tapping. I don't want to pull it too far forward. This is just me playing. I just haven't used these really. They're all really new products to me and thought it would be fun. The first time I used these Fenty Beauty ones, I did use them like full on as a blush. I just used this whole thing. And it was pretty. It was very glowy. Very, very glowy. We're going to go in for some actual highlighter now. And this is the Peach Glow from Laura Geller. I love the Laura Geller highlighters. Look at that. Now, I was expecting that ABH eye primer to be just absolutely white on my eyelids. And so I don't know if my skin is just really, really pale. Or if I added, you know, a good amount. I feel like the people who I've seen use it, like, it looked really, really stark on their eyelids. So then I'm like, did I not use enough? I'm sure I used enough. I'm sure it's fine, honestly. It's looking really, really nice so far. I like all the face products. I figured I would because I know I like the formula of this and it was just a new color for me. But you never know. Honestly, you never know. It doesn't look as orangey on the cheek as I was expecting. It almost has the same kind of look that this does. In all honesty, it just kind of rosies up the cheek a bit. So I don't know if it's like the application I'm using or what, but very, very nice. Now before we do the eyes, I think I'm going to do the lips. Just like I said the other day, just changing it up. You know, trying it in a different order. Trying to change it up a little bit. And speaking of doing some other things, I think I am going to go ahead and do my declutter. But I'm going to do it in like piece by piece. When I usually film them, I try to do like the whole thing at once. And then I can split it up from there. I think I'm going to try to film it in smaller sections and kind of give myself a break and make it easier. And that way I can kind of talk about, you know, all of the foundations, why I'm keeping them, why I'm getting rid of them, and then, you know, all of my eyeshadows, why I'm keeping, why I'm getting rid of. And I'll feel like I can give more information, and I know I'm just going to make it like that video, so look forward to that. That should be coming. Like I said, I don't think I'm getting rid of a ton at this point, but I really, once I get into the decluttering, I usually feel like let's go, let's get rid of it. So who knows once I get started what's going to happen. Okay, on to the lipstick. I'm going to use my Super Stay Ink Crayon in the shade Laugh Louder. I also have the shade No Limits, and I've only worn these maybe once, so I'm not sure of the formula. The liquid Super Stay inks are not my favorite. They do stay a little tacky. They stay like sticky on the lips for a while, but they dry my lips out so, so, so bad. Dries down and wears off really weird on me. So they aren't my favorite. So I'm curious to see if this is more like just a lip crayon or if this really dries like a liquid lipstick. So let's see. Feels very, very thin, like I have nothing on. It's nice. It's hard to get a good lip line though with this. I think we're going to leave it like that for the moment, and then we'll come back and see. Alright, to start off this orange eye look, we're going to use the Sweet Shoppe Orange Palette. And I think we're going to start with Zest right here. That orange shade. Take that same color on the other eye. Wish the sun was out right now. I don't love the full artificial lighting. But it has been this dark all day because it snowed last night. There was snow on the ground this morning after I carried on about how nice it was yesterday. We thought we were done with snow for the year. It was shocking, to say the least. It's all melted now, but thought we were ready for some nicer weather. In that same palette, we're actually going to dip into extra toppings here, this like orangey red. And put that on the outer corner and into the crease. I can't believe they had these at TJ Maxx after they were limited edition, and we all got upset that they were sold out, and they brought them back, and I bought them immediately on the second launch. So that's why I didn't own all of them, because they were full price, and I was like, okay, I don't need the orange and I don't need the brown. Yeah, those were the two I didn't buy. And little did I know I would find them all at TJ Maxx. Okay, I'm going to take that same shade along the bottom lash line. Now I am kind of taking this further out on the corner than I normally would. I'm just kind of feeling like that full effect here. I'm going to take Tangerine on a smaller brush, and I'm going to put that on the first half of the lower lash line. It's actually really punchy. That's nice. This is actually one of the brushes from the Say It collection. And I had actually pulled out another palette from that as well. Those are also amazing, amazing quality. Just been really into my BH palettes lately. Okay, I'm going to take extra toppings again, which was the more red-orange shade, and just blend the two together. Going back in with Zest, which was the shade we started with. I feel like when I'm trying to hold this up, I need to scoot over. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to go back into Zest in the crease one more time. Wow, look at the difference that made. I don't know if you can tell. Okay, extra toppings again. I actually pulled out one of my Juvia's Place palettes, the Warrior 2, for the like black and the gray and the dark brown, to really give this some drama here in a minute. I'm just feeling it today. So we have all that kind of pulled out a little further than normal. Before we start on the shimmers, I'm going to pull out the Warrior 2 by Juvia's. And I think I want to use, I think we'll go with this like maroony brown here. I was going to go with the black, but I think we'll try that first. And I'm just going to take this little smudge brush, it says, and put this on the outer edge and kind of onto the lower lash line. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Into that same deep red shade there, I'm going to take a more angled brush, like this, and pull that to the outer edge. I like having my shadow all the way out, like really smoky, but I have to be careful to make sure it's all like in an upward direction, or it really emphasizes that downward angle of my eye. I'm going to go back into my orange palette, and I'm going to pick up the Zest shade this time, which was that first orange we started with. Okay. Taking that first fluffy brush that we started the crease with and just buff along the edge. Looking good. I feel like over here I need a little more of that dark red shade. Alright, going back into the Juvia's palette, into that deep red. Or brown, I don't know. I feel like it looks more red because there is a brown in here. Like, so it's more of a rusty brown color. Looking nice. Taking my finger in the eyeshadow. Same fluffy brush around the edge. That one may have gotten a little bit further than this, but that's okay. Going back into the orange palette. Now with this we have so many choices for the lid. I mean, Yum is gorgeous. Citron, gorgeous. Just look at him even just on the swatched on my fingers. That is so reflective you can almost not see it. I think I'm going to go with that one. I think I'm going to go with Yum, which is the lightest shimmer shade here. Actually, I think I'm going to try, just for the sake of science, I'm going to take the Juvia's Place primer, and I'm going to put a very, very small amount on my hand here. A very small amount. Oh, I didn't shake it though. Oh. And I'm going to take this little brush and do kind of like a cut crease situation here. Actually look how far that goes. Ooh. Okay, now it's not like a perfectly clean cut crease, but I just want to see if this will work as kind of like a base for the shimmers. And even then, like, look how much that is. Like, I'm barely tapping. How much is going to be left on my hand? Oh my goodness. I'll say that about the Juvia's Place. It is pigmented. And it has not creased since I've worn it. I've worn it twice now. Now I know this probably won't be a tacky base. Yeah, maybe a little bit for the shimmer to stick to, but I just wanted more of a clean white base for it to go on. Like I said, just trying some things out here. Look how much product was left there. Oh my goodness. Actually, I might leave that there. I might put a little bit of this on the inner corner. Work that down. And we'll put some shimmers on that as well while we're at it. Yeah, this one got a little bit away from me right here. Alright, we'll make the other one match. That's okay. I went downstairs with no eyeshadow on and I just had my face done. I had on some lipstick. My son said, "Oh, Mom, you're terrifying in this lighting." So I'm up here finishing this now. Okay, I'm going to go into the Yum shade, which was that really light orangey shade. I'm going to pack that on the lid. It's interesting, it definitely looks more orange up here where that had kind of blended with the eye primer than it does on this side. Like down here it's a lighter shade. No, I don't think that helped it like stick. It wasn't a sticky base, but I do feel like that really let it be vibrant, like that really light shade. And I've not done like a true cut crease with concealer in a while. I don't love concealer on my eyelids. It creases, you know, so being able to do it with like a light eyeshadow primer. That's why I always did it with my glitter glue, but like I said, I feel like my glitter glue may be expired. So might have to get a new one of those. Okay, I am loving the way this is looking. Like that just blended out over the top of all that to where it just, this looks so cool. Okay. Hi, puppy. Are you alone? Are there children behind you? Hi, baby. All right, we're going to take that tangerine shade again, which was the like yellowy here. Just to emphasize that a little bit. I think I'm going to go back into my Juvia's palette. I'm going to take this shade up here. I'm going to dab that onto the inner corner. Since I have it here, I'm going to go ahead and use my other BH one in this. It's like a shimmery white. I know you can't tell here. It just looks matte, but it is a shimmery yellow white shade. Blend that into the lower lash line. Since I got them all out, might as well use them. Tangerine one more time. Now into the waterline, I have my orange, my only orange LA Girl pencil. Oh, but you know what, actually? Let me see if this one will show up any. This is Gold Medal, also LA Girl. Let's see if this will do anything for us. And see if we can get that to show up in the waterline. These light, bright ones are always like really, really pretty, but sometimes it's hard to tell if they're doing anything. Now I'm going to go in with some black liquid eyeliner. My Physicians Formula Waterproof. Let's see if this runs on the inner corner. My eye is very watery right now. Okay. And I didn't really do a wing. I just kind of flicked it out at the end a little bit there. See if this runs in the inner portion of my eye. Yesterday I wore the Stila one and it did. After, or yesterday, or in the video where I wore the Stila eyeliner, it did run. It smudged on the inner corner. So I think that when I had gone through my eyeliners to do my declutter, like when I started to do it, I did keep that and I kept like my NYX one, and I don't know. I just don't think I'm going to keep them now. They're just not working like this one is. But that kind of makes me want to repurchase the NYX one because it did work really well, but it's not empty yet and it's not working. But this one worked until the very, very end, till I couldn't get any more out of it. So I don't know. I'm weird about having like one item I use, like one thing only. So I don't know. Maybe that'll be that item that I'm just like, nope, nothing else. Okay, let's pull out some little crystals here. I have some little tiny red ones I want to use. I have some little tiny orange ones, some bigger orange ones. I kind of want to put them like down here underneath, going up this way. But I probably shouldn't poke my eye with the tweezers, but I kind of want to put them up this way. I kind of want to put like one up here and then like one in here, like kind of this direction, like diagonal. Let me curl my eyelashes, put on my mascara, then we'll decide what to do with the little gems, and we'll put on some lipstick and probably some more blush. Definitely some more blush. Alright, we're back with our mascara done, ready to go. Now, I do think I tore out some of my lashes when I was wearing the false lashes the last couple of times, because out here and like the inner corner of this one, they're just not quite the same as they were. So I think I'm just going to go with like my natural lashes for a couple weeks and see if those come back in a little bit better, because I feel like I used two mascaras I really, really liked today, and I still don't love the way that they look, and that's unusual. So, and they're just not looking as full as usual. So I'm going to stay away from the false lashes for a couple of weeks and see if that's part of the problem. Like I said, I know that I was not doing them perfectly, so I think it did get into the lash line, and yeah, I guess that's on me. So we're gonna roll with some thinner lashes in this next couple weeks, but that's okay. Hopefully they'll grow back in. Anyways, I was looking at these little gemstones here, and I thought these were like individual, but apparently like this whole circle is like a sticker. Like this whole thing, like you can peel this whole circle off. And so I took my scissors and I cut some little chunks out of this one and a couple of these out of here. And these are now individuals, the bigger ones. And so it's a different kind of like sticky backing, so we'll see how that stays. Okay, I think these two bigger ones I'm going to put on the inner corner of each eye. And then the other ones I have like a little set of 3 for each eye to go. I think I'm going to go underneath. Not 100% sure yet. Oh, there it is. I need to put like a little basket underneath my chair here to catch all these. So let's place this. I kind of want to put these along the wing area. Speaking of not being able to get your wings straight. Alright, that's good. Okay, that looks fun. I like that. Yeah, I think the adhesive on these may just be like, meh. These might have to be glued. Alright, for the lips, I kind of wanted to do this guy here, but I wore it a little bit ago. It kind of wore off weird. We'll give it a try here. This was the problem I ran into earlier. I feel like it looks really uneven. Okay. In my mirror, that looks fine. It looks good. It looks balanced. So we're going to leave it at that. I'm not going to continue to fuss with it because it's not going to turn out like I want. Okay. I'm going to take the hair down. I don't think I'm going to use any setting spray or anything today. I don't want to mess with the glue and such on the eyes. And here we have our finished look. We have our little jeweled wings happening. This looks really fun. It looks really cute. I really like the way this turned out. These gemstones, the little rhinestones, definitely don't have the same adhesive as the little clear ones. They're not the same thing. But I will be able to make these work. You know, like I said, I just put the lash glue on the back of this. I do like that these are hooked together because I feel like I could cut a nice little chunk and even go, you know, like around the curves of the eye, like the lower lash line or around the brow. And you know what I mean? It's like a nice curved chunk all hooked together. So that's kind of nice. I like that. So I will definitely be playing with those some more. But yeah, if I was going to go out and repurchase some, I would definitely get the little single ones I've been using. The adhesive was a little bit better, and then you can move them around how you want, you know, without, because the pieces of adhesive on the back of this are a little bit thick and they kind of stick out the sides. You can't tell that looking at it, you know, you wouldn't know that that's what's going on here, but yeah. So with that being said, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will consider subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye.